Happy Monday, everyone. So today is the day where I want to talk about my update for the ritual that I did for the full moon on February 22nd, which happened to be my grandmother's birthday. And my intention was to create pretty much a line of communication with her because she was the one, I would say, out of my immediate ancestors that I really had a hard time connecting with. So what I did, you can go back and look at that video, but I'm just kind of going to show you the results. I took a jar, and then in this jar, I came up with all these questions to ask her. Lavender was her favorite color, if you're wondering. And I set up an altar, and I'm sitting actually right in front of the altar, but I can show you a few things that were on the altar. This was really cool. This one represents me. That one represents her. So I put these on there. A lot of girly, feminine things. Pearls. I had pearls on there. Just because that's a big tradition. I think in a lot of families, the whole string of pearls and giving those pearls. It's crazy. Like, it's just that week where I was putting together the altar, someone had this, and it was like lavender, and it's this is made out of a doily. So it looks like a shell, but it's a doily, and so there's something really beautiful. I was like, I just had to put it on there. I didn't know what for. I just put it on there. I really felt it reminded me of her, and that was the thing that was happening. Things just kept coming up, and then of course I have her pictures. And then for the crystals, I was using yttrium, which is a yttrium fluorite. I didn't know what it was last time. I couldn't remember. And then this is a seraphonite. And I was using moldavite. So, okay, how did it all work out? Well, this is what I did. I asked the questions, and then from there, I did a meditation every night, and after that meditation, I would, and this was during the full moon cycle, after that meditation, I would write in my journal. And everything was purple based, so like my whole conversations with her were purple. This is purple, all kind of like lavender, pulling off the color from her. And what came of it was this. A lot of the questions, I just went over the questions. A lot of the questions that I asked, I have like an answer to now. That's one thing. And then when I asked them, I really didn't have an answer. What I did was I was playing Sam Cooke and different music, and I just let these questions kind of come out real fast. And now as I look through them, I'm like, wow. Like, there was this kind of simple question because she was always smiling, it seemed. I'm like, how do you smile through it all? And then it's even funny. This week, I was dealing with someone who is pretty severely depressed. And I kept on telling them, one smile at a time. You're going to feel better one smile at a time. And I'm like, where in the world did I come up with that? One smile at a time. But the person did start to feel better one smile at a time. And it was just, when I tell you we were doing it one smile at a time, that's what we were doing. And so there were just all these different little things that I was asking, things I guess you would ask your grandmother, that wisdom, if you were sitting down and your grandmother, and that's the thing, if your grandmother's still alive, please, talk to them, get that wisdom. I never got to do that with her because she passed before I was born, to just sit down and physically speak. So I did this, and these were the things I was asking, and I kept on getting this kind of information. So every night, and now I have like pages of these conversations with her, just wow. You don't even realize how much you're doing it until you look. And these are just pages of just conversations with her about life. And I call them Convos with Margaret. And I asked her about everything. I'm seeing sex here, I'm seeing just emotions, I'm seeing men, I'm seeing life, work, everything is in here. So all my answers are all right in here. And so that's what I would do after each meditation. And every night when I would go to sit through the meditation, new thoughts would come up, thoughts that didn't come up the day before. And I would sit down and just write it all. So now what I have is just like pages of wisdom. Channeled from her, and I can sit down, and which is something I'm going to do afterwards, and just read this stuff and just see it. But pretty much I can tell you my questions were answered. it's weird because I really didn't have the confidence to answer them when I was first asking. So do it, people. Try these kinds of things and do things where you have evidence and proof afterwards instead of it just being a kind of a thing. And then think about it like this. Let's say none of this was magical. It was, but let's say none of it was. I answered my own questions then, right? I got all this information and knowledge just by applying myself and committing to doing a ritual. You can't lose. So hopefully you try it. But it was magical. It was actually very magical. The numbers that kept popping up, my point of awareness, just, I'm going to go over this in there. There's so many synchronicities. It's just kind of off the charts. But it's pretty amazing to do this kind of work. So that's what I wanted to share with you. That's the update. And happy Monday. Please go and do something similar for yourself to learn more and grow. Okay, bye-bye.